Miss Star, I have to include that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction of your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Well, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at? That emergency phone was on the backside of his partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Always making the wah noises. Order, order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counter attack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... what she saw, where she saw it, or the order of events. Well, what she saw, I mean, we can't prove that because of this photo, right? What she saw, I mean, it's not entirely lies. It's also true. She did call someone, right? That's true. The order of events? No, I don't think so. Because there is like that phone call at 5:18. But that is true as well. So maybe it's where she saw it, because otherwise, you know, if she was in B block, she couldn't have seen what she saw, so she must have been somewhere else, right? If she is telling the truth about everything else. Miss Sky tried to use an emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. A pointless lie, I see. But say the witness didn't actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Well, that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we have heard until now points in one direction. Okay, where exactly did she see? Okay, it has to be... Well, the only way she could have seen the telephone in the first place... she can't have been in Block B. She would have to been around Block A, but where? Now that I think about it, didn't she mention like a boyfriend? Maybe? I don't know, let's see. The place from where Miss Star witnessed this crime was here, apparently. Well, we know it's Block A, but like it has to be like somewhere here, right? Around here. Using the mouse because the hand is too slow. Here. What's significant? Maybe... Oh, look at here, like security room, right? She said she was going to this place in the first place to meet her boyfriend, right? So she could have been here, right? I mean, that's a possibility. Maybe? Either that or maybe here. Maybe here? She has that photo though, right? Kinda... Oh, then again, if she's in the security room, and you know about security, they tend to have cameras, right? Maybe that's where she saw the photo? She wasn't here to take the photo herself, rather she just got it from security? Maybe? That's another like theory I have. I don't know if it's right or wrong though. Well, let's say for now, because since, I mean, just from my intuition, the game often does mention the fact that the security room is like, 30 feet away from the, the floor, and she always mentions like 30 feet. So maybe she was in the security room. I'm just gonna guess. Boop. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot, is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. Oh yeah, I guess there's that. The fact that, I was thinking maybe she could have been by block A. She could have just walked in, but normally she wouldn't be able to do that, Not a normal person wouldn't do that anyway. I remember your testimony. You said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? They think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Do you talk about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean, if she did just see from the security room, then why would she lie about that? There's no... Because she could just say that she saw Lana, stab the victim from the security room. Why would she lie about that? That makes no sense. You could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? You do? You do, Phoenix? I don't know. If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. It's never happened before, though. 4 cases, and probably later cases as well. I don't know if perjury has ever been brought up. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? I mean, this is the crime? Yeah, maybe, but difference in lighting? Not really. Angle of view? I mean, yeah. If she saw it from B block, she would see, like in front of her, she would see Lana's face and everything. But if you saw it from behind, it would definitely be a little bit different, wouldn't it? Why the angle where she saw the crime occurred would change? The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the 2nd floor, and she would have a sort of more of a 3D view of the crime. And this is important why. Uh-oh. I got it wrong. Damn it! Oops. I thought I was right, but I guess not. What would change? What would change? What would change? I mean, it may be the distance. I was like saying it wasn't the distance, but I mean, she was on the 2nd floor, right? How'd she get down? Difference in lighting. Probably not difference in lighting. I'll just say this is the crime. Okay, I'll say that. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. It's how she came down and arrested her, right? What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Yeah. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Okay. That's what we need to, point out. Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Squid. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Okay, she ran all the way the other way. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in that defender's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear my finest plastic spark. You have a point, and the spark is a wonderful invention. Really? I don't know. Spark's not really that great, to be honest. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Stabbed. But when did she see the stabbing? I don't know. Well, we do know that the crime could have only occurred between 5:12 and 5:18. How long is that? Math. Oh no. 6 minutes? 6 minutes. I mean, if she said 5 minutes, actually, that wouldn't be a contradiction after all, really. I don't think so, anyway. 6 minutes. I don't know. I mean, I have to object, don't I? Well, 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente, what? I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do in 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. The judge was the murderer after all. Nah. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. It's inconceivable! Yeah! Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. Oh, we did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned, and with that, court is adjourned. Okay. Oh, not yet. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? More squid wheels. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Whoa! A triple decker! Out of the deference of the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. And what's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Okay, what is this evidence you speak of? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found in this shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Again, just people just bringing out evidence out of nowhere. I mean, I guess Phoenix does that too, so it's like anyone can do it. What? There was blood found in that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed. Didn't I mention I have 3 boyfriends in forensics? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. I think we broke that rule like multiple times. Anyway. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You at least study some evidence law, really? The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. The victim's shoe. White enamel shoe bear traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. This is out of nowhere. Why did you lie about this 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results. How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why did you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. Where you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. The false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found, okay? So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. This shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. Now that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there are 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Nana Sky. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Rookie. Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. I think Phoenix is completely wrong. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. That's why here. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results, but they said there's very little doubt it could have been anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. The ties are directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was gonna say that. You never eat at a restaurant? Well, what was a restaurant? Lunchland or whatever? I mean, I imagine, well, the thing is, she like sends like bento boxes, right? Those are meant to be like lunches you eat, like when you're outside, right? Not in a restaurant, so that's weird. I think she's mostly like a what was I gonna say? She's mostly a delivery service, I think. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, this shoe proves it. Flawless, decisive evidence. Oh, what's that? Peppered fish guts. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Let me look at it. This blood is my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. Yeah, I was thinking, like, why does she have blood on the shoe in the first place? But then, yeah, we saw her bandaged, so... She must have cut herself in the time of the crime. Poor sis. Did she, though? Ah, there's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe. It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, this blood. It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Okay, for one, why is there blood on the bottom of the shoe? Why's there blood here? Zoom! Nope. Zooming in doesn't do anything. And also this. Apparently she cut herself in the scene of the crime? I mean, there's one contradiction. Where did she cut herself? I don't see anything. Apparently she cut herself on her hand, but I don't see anything else. Why is there blood on the shoe? Why is that? Well, if I'm not imagining things, I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Well, let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Well, there's only really two things we can show. This blood splatter and that blood splatter. I think, well... I think I'm gonna go with my first theory. The fact that, why is there Lana's blood in the shoe in the first place? That makes no sense. It's a contradiction, maybe. I'm gonna try. The problem with this evidence is here. Where? Ah, damn it. I think... Okay, maybe not. It's wrong? I was so sure I was correct. I guess not. Well, I think it was when we examined the shoe. Phoenix did say something about how this blood is somehow wrong, right? This blood might be an important clue. There's 3 different blood splatters? Well, actually, I think this one's the same, right? There's a check mark as well, right? So it just says the same thing. So it's the same general blood splatter. The one on the bottom, and one over here. So, I mean, I already checked this. I mean, I guess... I don't know, Phoenix said this is suspicious. I don't know why, though. Why is that suspicious? Why is that suspicious? Well, we do know that Bruce Goodman was stabbed in the chest around 4 to 5:30. Apparently he was stabbed, right? Like, blam, stabbed. And apparently... there's a photo after the crime. I guess maybe the reason... I don't know, maybe it's weird because why would he be stepping on his own blood? Maybe? But then again, like, he was slowly dying, so maybe he was still walking around while he was stabbed. To me, that makes sense, though. Like, why would there be blood at the bottom of the shoe? Because he was, like, walking around, struggling to live or something, and he stepped on the blood, maybe. Yeah, he must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. Well, then again, Phoenix is saying it's an important clue. But why? In the photo, the shoes are clearly brown or black. Well, it's the victim's shoes, I believe. Yeah, I made that mistake in my head as well, because I was thinking like, why is it white, even though it's like black and brown, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's a victim's shoe, not the suspect's shoes. Because Lana's shoes are black and brown, but the victim was definitely, well, we don't know if he's wearing all white, but he looks like it. Now look at what was it? Oh, I can't, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whatever. I was gonna look at the profiles, because I remember Bruce Goldman was like wearing basically all white, so I assume his shoes was also white. Okay, I'm gonna go on the hunch. Go on a hunch. If I'm wrong, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Now here's the problem right here. I wonder if you notice, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. And again, okay, so... I still don't know why this is wrong. Like, what's wrong with this? I can't wrap my head around it. But again, maybe it's because since he was stabbed in the chest, assuming he falls down, I guess. Assuming he falls down somehow, either on his back or on his chest or whatever, and he's slowly dying from blood loss, like, why would there be, blood on his shoe? He shouldn't be stepping around, assuming he got stabbed and, fell down. But again, I don't know the exact circumstances of this murder. Assuming he didn't, like, walk around and struggle, then why would there be blood on his shoe, maybe? Maybe that's what Phoenix is getting at? Let's see. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Is that a threat? Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? I don't know. Look at the map. No. Followed by 4 fire again, single stab wound. Murder weapon right here. Wow, I'm a little stuck because I don't really understand what we're trying to get at. But again, maybe I might be wrong. It's the only theory I have. It's the only theory I have. The idea that And it's at least highly improbable that since he got stabbed in the chest, why would there be blood all the way at the bottom of his shoe? You know, maybe? Because it's hard to imagine. We need a blood splatter like expert around here. You know, call Dexter. You know, that guy, that TV show. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Ah, I got it wrong. Darn it. Okay, that was wrong. Well, what? Okay, this is where the I guess this is where this was hard. This is the hard part. I mean, I examined the evidence. I don't get it still. There's blood. Part of his own blood. Important clue. What? I don't. I don't know. I gotta use the power of logic. Why is that a contradiction? Why is that a contradiction? We have to think the opposite, I guess. Why couldn't there be blood on that shoe? Judging from the facts that we know so far, why couldn't there be blood? Why couldn't there be blood? Assuming he got stabbed here. I think I got it. Maybe. I think I got it. Let's see. Let's see if I'm completely wrong again. Because that's what, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you have to think the opposite. That's what Mia actually told us a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but like in the beginning case, she said, like, you know, you gotta think outside the box. Don't think like, why is there blood on the bottom of the shoe? Think why there isn't blood on the shoe. Or why there couldn't be blood on the shoe, you know? Assuming that it's a contradiction. Okay, let's try this again. If I get this wrong, then I'm gonna scream! Well, maybe not, but... Blood on the shoe. Because, Edgeworth, as we can see in this photo, why is there no blood on the floor, right? If there's blood on the shoe, and somehow someone is stepping on a puddle of blood, why don't we see any puddles of blood anywhere? Right? The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! Yeah, that took me a bit to understand. As you can see, there are no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Ezra? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Well, we had a similar situation before. Like, why isn't there like a thing that happened in this scene? Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Okay, the chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. I've heard of this one. A leopard woman. Right. Okay. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness? Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Uh-oh. Water? What does that mean? Yeah, look at this photo. There's an oil... Wow. We saw at the scene of the crime, there was 2 oil drums, weren't there? There's one on its side, and apparently it's full of water. Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason. Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that become of evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left from the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over that oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoes? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Nani? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Okay. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else to say. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. Oh. Okay. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest yes, that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Can you see the photo? Okay, maybe not yet. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Whether or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Mia's still around, apparently. We're hallucinating, we just see images of Mia everywhere. Get yourself off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Oh, this is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand out my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. They'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over yet, until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Just bluffing for now. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose we've come this far. We should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. What's wrong with this photograph? Well, this is Bruce Goldman. He got stabbed, apparently. Because we were blanking on him. Stabbed this knife. I mean, I guess this is like... this is pretty decisive, actually. This is the knife that he got stabbed by. He's in the car. I don't know what this weird thing is. Maybe a note? I think we did find a note before, right? Yeah. Right there, I guess, maybe. What's wrong with this photograph? License plate! No, look at it one more time. What did Mia say? Look at it one more time? I mean, I'm thinking, does it have something to do with the shoe, maybe? Because the shoe is supposed to be wet, right? But then, we do see some blood splatter here, so... Oh my god, I don't know. What's wrong with this photo? What's wrong with this photo? I mean, for one, we don't see the victim's face. But I don't know... That's not... Is that relevant? The fact that we don't see the victim's face? Again, there's this weird thing here. I don't know. I don't think that's a problem, is it? I don't think so. Is it because this shoe's on the left instead of the right? I don't know. Maybe not. And here... Stab wound to the chest. That makes sense, right? Again, I mean, it's to the left now. I was thinking, like, if he's stabbed here, it should be instant death. But, I don't know if that's what I'm trying to get at. There's only one stab wound. It is proven in autopsy. So, it's not like, you know, he got stabbed somewhere else and then someone else stabbed his art, you know, just to, like, cover up some weird evidence trail. Probably not, that's not it. There's the knife. And... Oh my god, I guess one of the hardest parts of Phoenix Wright is this. Because I can't look at the court record right now. I'm pressing the button, I can't look. Can't look at the court record. So I can't like review the evidence that we have so far. You know, I don't have like a little notebook with me. Okay, I'm just gonna guess. I hate guessing, but... It has to do... Mia said something about how the floor, whether or not there's something wrong. So that has to be something to do with this, you know, this water. What is wrong with this water? Don't know exactly, but I'm gonna point it out. There's something wrong with this puddle. Maybe. Nope, I'm wrong. Darn it. Okay, let me look at the... Okay, now I can look at the thing. I'm gonna take a penalty. I'm not gonna lose yet, I think. I have one more chance. What's wrong with this? Wrong with this? I mean, there's this memo, I guess. Did we find that in the little, like, you know, car thing? Open your eyes, right? I mean, one other thing I noticed, what's this? Can I just do that? What's this? Oh, what? God. The problem with this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Is that a problem? I didn't think that was a problem. Kinda. I thought we were trying to find some sort of contradiction here. I guess, I don't know, maybe again I'm jumping the gun. I was thinking that we had to pick something like what's wrong with this, like what's wrong with this photo? Well, you see, there's a piece of paper, a muffler. Is that... I don't know. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on the car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Oh, I see, and I see. Was that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So why if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? That's exactly what I was thinking. Nothing, I don't know. Why? Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. You did? Okay, I'm just confused at this point. What? I'm as confused as you, Angel Star. Well, let's hear what Mr. Wright has in his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and muffler is related to this case. Well, for one, I mean, isn't it like, you know, isn't it Lana's muffler? In the muffler, I guess? Looks like it. It's weird that it's there. Because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe again, maybe I'm conflating, I guess it's partially my fault as well. I was conflating this note with the cloth in the little exhaust pipe, you know? I was thinking it was like a paper, not cloth. Can't tell. But I guess, let's see. Anything else? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna say this. It's the muffler that, you know, Lana had, right? Oh. I lose. Darn it. And the car's muffler, right? Muffler. I've heard that word recently. Muffler. Well, I mean, wasn't that what I was trying to say? It's the muffler, right? Ah, gosh darn. I did present this, right? Muffler. Muffler? Muffler. 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 Muffler? I mean, the only description that involves muffler is this thing. It's the phone. Muffler. I might be wrong though. I still don't know how this is related to the case. Or maybe it is. She mentioned muffler, I guess. Her cell phone, she called someone, mentioned muffler. Even mentioned muffler, even like Angel Star says that Lana mentioned something about muffler. So I guess it's related? Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why she had me confused in the early testimony, okay? Muffler. Ugh. Okay, I don't know why she's panicking about that. I still don't know how this is related to the case. Maybe incidental evidence, but anyway. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! I'm a little upset, to be honest, but let's see. Anyway. Why is that cloth, though? Who? Because if I was the prosecutor, I would say, objection! Who cares, Phoenix? Shut up! Why would the cloth... But does it matter? It's just cloth. You know, maybe there's just a piece of cloth there. Who cares? You know, maybe like somebody was playing a prank on Edgeworth, you know, and just putting a piece of cloth there for fun. I don't know. I guess maybe now that I think about it, maybe it is like super suspicious. Because when you think about it, you know, Edgeworth, when he came in on 512, actually, you know, if there was like a cloth in the exhaust pipe, it would be noticeable. And he would notice. So, and, you know, if he was driving, it would fall off, I guess. So somebody put it there between 512 and the scene of the murder. So that's weird, I guess. It is suspicious. But, I mean, why is it there? Nobody knows. I don't know. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we will do a disservice to the law. Have the card the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close. I'm still a little bit upset. Because normally, you know, when we point out something, either it's a contradiction or something to prove that, you know, someone is lying, or that, just something to get the defendant off the hook. But all we've, you know, the only thing we pointed out there is this weird thing in this photo. That's it. You know? It's just a piece of cloth. It's garbage. I don't know, anyway. But we made it, at least for now. We've hoodwinked the judge. It's fine. The court will now join for a 3-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry. Not to be continued. I'm mad. I'm a little mad. Got stuck at that part. Or like, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. It's whatever. Really.